Yo, so got another replay review today, again from the Rocket League School subreddit. This is for Whamm-o. So they posted a YouTube video and Diamond 2 2v2 game. They just want some feedback. So I did have a quick look before and basically put this comment back. I just said I think their awareness isn't great, and it leads to them sort of rushing into plays. But we'll go through the full replay now and see if we can pick those parts out and some other stuff. So let's go. So yeah, kickoff's fine. It's a bit of a side flip, but again, this is, I'm gonna try and keep this all general what I say. But if you ever do see whenever I do kickoffs, I just stare at. I think I've got the pen. Okay. I always just stare at the player opposite. I don't really look at the ball. I look at the player opposite, and if I see them faking, then most of the time I'll just drive and hit the middle of the ball and just chip it towards the goal. Chip it towards the goal. If you see them faking, you're not going to always see people faking. People are quite good at hiding it, but if you ever do see it, I wouldn't flip into the ball because it's always going to keep the ball on the floor. Instead, you want to chip the ball towards the goal. It just makes it a bit awkward for them. Okay. Yeah, we'll go back a bit here. So it's a bit of an unfortunate situation where our teammate's just gone here and missed. So teammate is first. So now we're last back, but also we're alone. So in this situation, you've kind of got to treat the whole game now like a 1v1. It's basically you versus this player. And here, I think you should have closed down the space a bit more. Just drive across. Just drive across and just get a bit closer. So the idea with that is, the reason for it is that if you drive across, you might put them off. And if you put them off, they might drop the ball. They might mess up their dribble. They might flick and miss. It's going to scare them, basically. That's the idea. You want to just drive across, bit of boost, and just scare them. The secondary sort of bonus to doing that is that you're a bit closer to the play, and it puts you between the goal and the ball, and it makes it easier for you to make a save because you're a bit closer. If you stay really far wide like this, it makes it quite hard because you can't quite see the detail of what they might be doing, little adjustments to their car, and they might just flick it and launch it. Like right now, it's completely open net. If they got insane, I mean, they're not going to, but if they did get insane power, it's just a clear shot straight to the goal. So we want to just close down the space a little bit, get a bit closer. I mean, most of the time you're going to get scored on in this situation because it's a 1v1 and you're at the disadvantage because your teammate has overcommitted. But yeah, if you close down the space a bit, then you might find an opportunity to do something, or it might scare them off. Kickoff's okay. Yeah, so here, again, it's like a similar situation again, except this time we have the ball. So our teammate's gone for this air dribble play. They've landed here, and they've got zero boost, right? Zero boost. So it's a massive overcommit by them. And most of the time when this happens, they're going to grab a big boost, or they're going to grab a couple of pads and then go get the mid boost. They're going to rotate away. So the problem here with what's happened is that you've got possession and you almost want to sort of make a slower play, or a play that gets the ball away from the other team to allow your teammate to get their boost and rotate back in. What you don't want to do is hit the ball straight off the ball. Now, I don't know if you meant to do this or not. If you got the angle and hit it up here somewhere and bounced it away from them, it might have been okay. It's not going to be a great play, but it's not going to be a bad play. It's just a sort of middle ground, you know, you've got rid of the ball, you've lost possession, but your teammate's got time to get back in, and then you can kind of start again. So I don't know if you messed up or misread the ball slightly, but hitting it straight off the wall, you see now in this position, your teammate's over here, you're out of the play, you all look at the whole pitch is just completely open over here. Your goal is completely open. You know, if this player just jumps up and hits the ball, it's just a goal. So we really don't want to hit the ball straight off the wall. Again, I don't know if it was a little mistake or not, but so I won't go any further on it, but it's just something to be aware of. Okay. Your positioning is quite good here. So, and unfortunately, your teammate again for the third time, the only time they've ever gone for the ball, they've kind of full committed again. So you're in a good position here. Your teammates hesitated a little bit, and now you've seen. So you've correctly identified that your teammate's getting beat to the ball, which is why you've turned away. So that's good. And unfortunately, your teammate didn't realise this, and they've just gone launching all the way in. Now, the problem here is you don't want to. Again, you need to do something useful with the ball. So I think the problem here is that you're a little bit too sort of side on, kind of where the ball's going to land, and now the ball comes to you, you can't do anything. The ball just hits you on the side. Like you actually can't. There's nothing useful you can do, right? So you could have kept driving. I'm just going to give a couple of options. You could have kept driving, come around the ball, wide path, catch the ball on the bounce, and then you could, like, I don't know, maybe hit the ball to your teammate over in the corner, go up in the air. You know, I'm not going to go through loads of different options, but mostly, yeah, just come around the ball a bit. If you have the space, again, I'm trying to keep it general. You know, if you have the space, you can maybe come around the ball a bit more. What you don't want to do is just sit and wait where the ball's going to land, because you'll have zero momentum. You won't be able to generate any power on the ball, and it's just a bit awkward. So you could have jumped and hit the ball, and all you really have to do is get it over this player. Try and get it towards your teammate maybe, but this player is probably going to get the ball. But if you do that, if you hit it hard enough, you can recover. This player probably rotates away, and then this player comes in, and your teammate can come in and help, and you kind of like, you know, it might be alright. But again, I mean, it's an unfortunate situation where your teammate is fully committed and left you alone for like the third time in a row. But yeah, really need to sort of do something useful. That's just an open net, you know. If this player had any boost and they put that on target, it's just a goal. Yeah, I like the little tap, so you don't just give away possession too easily. It's like the same thing again for like the fourth time. Your teammate is just full sent it in. So they don't get the best touch here. And now your teammate, I'm guessing they maybe went for a demo. But either way, look, they've launched themselves. They've then flipped. They are gone. So once again, you're left alone. So you have to be aware of that. And to be honest, here, you don't necessarily even have to go for this ball. You could just try and drive challenge. So drive challenge, you basically just drive into the ball. You don't jump, you don't flip. You just drive in as like a bit of a 50-50. You just drive into it. And the reason you do that is so that you don't launch yourself out of the play. So if you just drive, you'll hit the ball. You maybe even sometimes get a demo if you drive through the ball and demo them. But you basically have an instant, super fast recovery because you don't fully commit. And you might have been able to drive challenge, hit the ball, grab the mid boost, and quickly rotate and keep defending. So again here, because you've full sent it all the way in, we're now in the same situation we were in a minute ago, where all of this half of the pitch is completely open. Your teammate's miles away, you're miles away. All this player here has to do is get a bit of speed on the ball, and it's a goal again. So it's like we have to be really careful of overcommitting, especially when we're last. So yeah, luckily they kind of mess up, make a good challenge here. Yeah, nice. Yeah, I don't know what they were doing there, but you know, we take those 3 goals. We take those. I mean, this doesn't happen here, but I'm just pointing out anyway. When you're just, I think it's okay if you just sit here and wait. As soon as this ball launches upwards, I would suggest just flicking your camera, just reverse cam. I know you can use the audio cues to hear, but the other player, the other opponent might come and demo you. It happens a lot. If you're sort of driving slowly, waiting in the middle, you're probably going to get demoed. So it doesn't happen here, but it's just something else to be aware of. This is risky. So again, if we quickly go back, look, for the now the 5th time, our teammate's in their corner, 0 boost, he's full committed, look at him, he's flying up here, and he's 0 boost, landing near their goal. So we need to be aware of that again. So we don't really want to commit for the ball. Anytime we commit, if it goes wrong, like we've seen a couple times already, it can lead to massive open nets. So here, I don't mind driving up the wall a bit, but I would do it as a bit of a fake challenge. And here, just turn back and head back towards your goal. So if this player just flips into this ball and booms it to the middle, it's going round you 100% of the time. It could be a pass to their teammate, and we know that your teammate is landed over here somewhere with 0 boost. So it's going to be an awkward time for your team because you've kind of left your teammate alone. Luckily for you, this player just goes really slowly and you get the challenge, which is fine, but it's just a bit risky. Just quickly go back to this challenge. I think you can get this ball. Yeah, I think you can get this ball, and I'd just whack it. I wouldn't go for a demo. If you can get the ball in front, like there's a big gap here. This player's took a massive touch, and there's a big gap, and you could have got the ball. So it's just a little awareness thing. Just you know, even if you just get the ball and smack it up the wall, even if they then go up the wall and they still get the ball, it allows you to rotate back, and your teammate gives him a bit of time to do stuff as well. It's fine. Not sure that's not a demo. Okay, again here. So, so you've just bumped this guy. I'm assuming everyone's a guy here, but I'm calling them guys, whatever. This guy's landed. You've bumped him, and he's gone flying off into the corner, right? So you can see he's kind of landed sideways. He's going to take a little second or two to turn around. And again here, this is where we could use the camera. Just flick the camera to the left a little bit, see if he's nearby. You've basically, you don't know if he's nearby because you haven't looked, and therefore he might be right close, but he's not. So you don't want to take that chance, which is fine, and then you've rushed it to make sure you try and get a block in case he is there, but he's not there. So it's just another little time where we might be able to use the camera, gain some information, then we could play a bit slower and get a nice touch on the ball. And here, again, as soon as the ball pops straight up, there's a second where we need to look around at what's happening. So what's happening? So teammate, again, 0 boost. They're out the play. They're gone. So we know we're last. Their player has just gone for the ball, so they're not likely to suddenly go again because they have to land, then go again. So we want to look at this player. So this player is going to go for the ball next. So if we go a couple seconds more, they're still on the ground, and we've moved a bit. So now, realistically, they are going to jump for this ball for a shot, right? Now, if you look at this angle, That's the angle they're going to have to fly at to get to the ball. They're never going to get a powerful shot. It's too high. They can't jump and then flip for a shot. So they're going to have to fast aerial. They're going to have to double jump. Therefore, they're not going to get a powerful shot. Now, at a higher rank, this is getting double tapped pretty much every single time. But here, if they do shoot, it's not going to be a powerful shot because they're under the ball. So the angle that they're going to go at, if they're direct, imagine if they were directly under the ball. It's not the straightest line I've ever drawn. Oh, I still can't draw a straight line. Here we go. So if they were straight under the ball, they can't shoot the ball. They can't. So the closer, if they were over here, then we might be able to expect a more powerful shot. But because basically what I'm trying to say, because they're right more under the ball, they're not going to get a powerful shot, and that means we don't have to rush it. We can just come around here, grab this boost pad, and kind of wait for half a second, see what touch they get, and if they do shoot, we can just jump and get it. If they try and hit it off the backboard, we can jump up and get it. We want to just slowly wait for a second because we're never going to beat them to the ball. We know that. So we just want to wait and see what touch they get. Is it a good touch? Is it a bad touch? And if we look, they did get a really weak, didn't even reach the goal. So you can imagine if you were waiting there and they get that weak touch, it's just an easy save. Another free goal. So this is good. So this is exactly what I meant about earlier when I said on the other corner, when I said you don't want to fully commit in. It's the exact same scenario. So if that player last time hit the ball out like this and you went for it and you turned the other way, then that's how you could have got beat. So you can see it this time. This is the better option. You've come around this way, and now you can get to the ball. Pass the ball a little bit. Not sure how you got this through, but it's fine. Great bump. Yeah, it's all nice. I'll just quickly go back. So yeah, you kind of messed up a bit on the dribble by going around it, and it makes it a bit harder because you're trying to. There's no bounce on the ball anymore, so you can't really do anything. Now, normally, if I'm really low boost and I can't dribble the ball like this and it's dropping, I would let the ball drop, wait for one of these players to challenge, and then I would just like jump into the ball, hit the middle of the ball, and just try and get a solid 50-50 on it if I'm low boost. Because most of the time, you're not going to be able to get past two players when you don't have full control of the ball because it's falling off and you're low boost. It's like, it's really hard, but somehow you managed to do it, so, it's worked out this time. But I think in general, I would normally just play for a 50-50 if you're low boost and you can't, even if you have full control of the ball, sometimes it's better to just drop the ball and go for a 50, or just get rid of the ball. Decent kick-off, almost. Might be able to get a demo here. So I think whenever the ball's rolling along the floor, and again I'm trying to keep this general, so this player doesn't have to be in this exact position. If they were over here and they were just driving straight towards the ball, whenever the ball's rolling along the floor this way and the opponent is coming from this side this way, pretty much every single time what they're going to do is chip the ball up, they wait half a second, then they aerial up and go with the ball into some sort of aerial play, right? But what that means is in that little half second, as soon as they chip the ball, they always wait a second, they slow down a bit or they wait a little bit before they jump. And that's the time when you can go for a demo. So you can see it here, they chip it, you've stopped, but it's there. You might be able to drive in and get the bump. It's just another little thing. What's this, number 6, where your teammates missed the ball? Oh dear. They're not having a good game. Yeah, it's the same, similar to the one earlier. You're kind of too straight on. So if you look here, you're stopped. You're already in position where the ball's going to land. You can't do anything. Because by now, it's too late. If you try and move and then hit the ball, you might miss. If you try and reverse a bit now, you might not be able to get the ball. I mean, basically, you need to get the ball to the corner to make it safe. But you're kind of already ahead of yourself in the position where the ball's going to land. So again, it's the same as earlier. We kind of... it's really hard because your teammates missed. You can't expect them to miss. But yeah, I'm not going to go any more on this, but you know, you can see it. But it's kind of your teammates' fault. They put you in a bad position. Now they've gone for kickoff, but it's fine. Yeah, that turn's cool. I mean, if that was a shot, it might have been a good try. Yeah, yeah. There's a bit of a miss hit. I don't know. Unless you tried to pass, I don't know. It was open. It was an open net. But you know, it's fine. The idea was there. It's a good try. Oh, that's a nice bump by them. Oh, tiny little tip here. If you just land with your wheels on the ceiling, if you hold power slide, land with your wheels on the ceiling, you can double jump off the ceiling, and it gets you back to the floor really quickly. Or you might, I mean, unless you want to stay on the backboard. It depends on the situation, obviously, but... and this is what you don't want to do. So, you don't want to boost. You might think that boosting to the... I mean, sometimes you might want to use a bit of boost, but to get to the floor quicker. But if you do that, you need to point the nose of your car down. Here, your car is straight horizontal. So boosting, this isn't getting you any closer to the ground. And because you're boosting in the opposite direction, so your car is moving... You can see from the boost trail that it's got the wrong colour here, but you can see you're moving this direction, and you're trying to boost away. The boost is not going to be powerful enough to really move you. So you're actually not even... The boost, you're just basically burning the boost for no reason here. It's a bit awkward. You get a decent 50. To be honest, here, I don't know what your mechanics are like, but you can just slow down. So you have a bit of space here. If we have a quick look again, we've got space. So what you can do is just slam on the brakes now, stop, let the ball bounce a couple times, let the ball get a bit closer, so bang bang, the ball's now here, then you drive into the ball and you push it up the wall and off you go. You go for a little aerial play. You've kind of tried to, it's almost like you've gone a bit too quick for yourself, tried to catch the ball, and it's just a bit awkward catching the ball next to the wall. It's a decent 50, but you know, you kind of made it a bit awkward. There's nothing wrong slowing down a bit, waiting for a better chance, and then making a decent play. And that, now you've done the exact thing I just said to do, and now it's backfired. I mean, in this instance, you know, again, I think we need to get up the wall. I mean, yeah, look, our teammates over there ready. So this is good. You've got the ball away. They've left. So as soon as they leave, again, we need to have a quick look around. I would just keep driving up. Even if you're going to wait, there's nothing wrong with driving up here, and then you can turn down the wall next to the ball anyway. If you really don't want to go for it, that's what you can get a little bit closer and do that, because you've gone so slowly down here and you've stayed low. As soon as you stay low, this player can see you at your low. They see your low and they just go full speed because they know that you're waiting for the ball to land. So that means they have the time for the ball to land for them to get over here, so they can move a bit closer, and then they see they beat you, and they go. So there's no reason not to ever go for this ball. If this is 1v1, what you did was absolutely perfect. If it was 1v1, because this player's left the play, you can come down, collect the ball on the bounce, and you can dribble. And it's absolutely spot on play to make. But 2v2 or 3v3, not the play. We need to sort of see that this person is rotating away. They're now on the back foot, and we want to strike. And if you went up the wall, flip it into the ball and pass it over here, our teammates over here, nice little redirect. Right? That is the ideal play for this situation, and that's what your teammate wants. That's why they're over there. So yeah, it's just a bit of a missed opportunity on this one. Took a bit too long. This is fine. It's fine. I like the pads. Don't like that though. So yeah, here you can see they've already jumped. So you've got to just wait. So there's kind of like two choices of what's going to happen here. They jump up, they sort of pinch the ball on the wall, and it goes straight across the goal, and then their other player comes in and shoots. Or they jump up, hit the ball bounces off the backboard, and then bounces down the middle over here somewhere, and then their other teammate shoots. Those are the two bad situations that we need to be aware of, and both of those can be solved by you just staying right here. Just wait. If the ball comes across towards the goal, you just jump up and try and pinch it against here before it comes in front of the goal. If it bounces out, you can just do a little turn and collect the ball. Whereas you've gone at probably the worst time you could have gone. The teammate collects it, which is fine. This is what, 7 or 8 now? The teammates missed the ball. It's okay. Again, I'm just going to point it out, but it is a little bit risky going in when you're last. You're the last player back, because again, if it goes wrong, you've left the net open. It's not too bad in this situation. Not sure what that little jump was, but it's fine. I like the position in here. See, this is good. So you're getting in a lot of good positions. I'm just going to go back a little bit. Waiting around the halfway line is great. If your teammate hits it over towards the middle, you're there. If they hit it back this way, you can turn and go. So this is a good position to be in. You're waiting here perfectly. It pops out. It's a bit unlucky on the shot. A teammate seals the deal. Teammate gets it in, so it's all good. Awkward, but it's fine. Like the pads. Nice. So again, this is the same situation where you had the exact same sort of position with the dribble last time that you is one of the goals where you miraculously got it through and then bumped their player. It's the same scenario. Look, you're 0 boost, that you don't have control, and you're low boost. So, I mean, even if you somehow got past this player, you then have to get past this player, then you have to get the ball over towards the goal. This player probably rotates by the time you get there, so you basically got to get past 3 players with 5 boost, and you don't have control of the ball. So, this is another scenario where I would just wait behind the ball. Plus, look at the time. You're winning, and there's 20 seconds left. So if you just waste time, you win the game. So just slow down. You just slow down, wait, and just get a solid 50 in the middle of the ball. And then hopefully your teammate can do something. And you don't want to use any boost. You can pick up this pad here. You just don't want to use any boost. That way you can quickly rotate your back if you need to. See, look, see, I've rushed it. You've landed upside down. You're now out the play with 0. They get a bad touch here, but you know, it can lead to a goal in some scenarios where you've kind of overcommitted. Yeah, nice. Cool. So yeah, I mean, like I say, I think it's quite a few moments where I think you can just make a few little changes. So, yeah, if you're losing control of the dribble, that I've just talked about, just take the loss and basically just sit behind the ball, take a 50-50. You don't want to full commit. You don't want to flip into the ball too hard and go launching past the ball and leave your teammate in a 1v1. So that's why you want to do it. Just try and stay solid behind the ball. Like I said, there's a couple of times where you sort of get beat to the ball, and I think you need to try to look at the players just as much as you look at the ball. So you need to try to keep an eye on where all the players are on the pitch at all times, and you know, you don't. If you're getting beat to the ball, then there's no point going for the ball. You know, so that's another thing. Definitely keep working on your mechanics. Dribbling, you can definitely. There's a lot of room for improvement in your dribbling, and your aerialing. I don't think you air rolled like at all. Now it's not. You know, it's not necessarily the worst thing in the world, but I think if you can work on your aerials a bit, work on getting used to air rolling, making sure that you can recover nicely on the walls, and you can use it to sort of do like air roll shots. Don't know if I can go back to that one shot where here it is. You can kind of, if you can jump a bit and air roll a little bit and then diagonal flip, you might be able to get this on target a bit easier. Things like that. So that's where air roll is also useful. But also, if you can get a bit more confident and comfortable with your car in the air, then there was 2 or 3 opportunities where you could have gone up the wall, made a play off the wall, even if you just drive up and get a couple of touches in the air, or just pass it across to your teammate. There's a couple of times there where you looked a bit hesitant to go up the wall to make a play. So I'll definitely work on those aerial mechanics, work on plays off the wall, and work on the dribbling. Your positioning looks pretty decent most of the time. There was just those couple of opportunities where you were already where the ball was going to end up. And like I said, I know one of them was because the fact that they were both just after your teammate like flopped past the ball, but yeah, nothing wrong with going a little bit wide and coming back in. Just a bit of speed, get away, come back in. You don't want to be where the ball is going to end up, because then you can't move and you just get stuck and you can't do anything. So yeah, hopefully you found that useful. And yeah, if anyone else is watching and wants a replay review, just give me a message. Otherwise, I'll be back on this page. And yeah, if anyone else goes on this page and just posts replays, they're going to get looked at. So yeah, I'll catch you guys later.